Guys, the topic I have for you today is very important for our country, the people, and especially their health. And I'm aware that many of you would not have heard about it, so I think this media is really apt in making sure that this information reaches many of you. So last year, the Ministry of Health and Family Affairs from the Government of India, they issued a report called Comprehensive National Nutrition Survey for the year 2016-18, which has several aspects we all should be aware of. But before we do that, make sure that you click the subscribe button and press the bell icon. Now with that being said, let's get started. So this survey, it was done all over the country, almost covering all districts, in order to find out which state has what deficiency. For me, this not only tells us about the deficiency that pertains in different states, which the government then can use to plan out how to overcome them, but it is also some information that the states can use to learn from one another, as different states, they have different deficiencies. And an important thing to realize here is that the results from this survey, they are caused by the foods the people in the states eat and the diets they follow. Therefore, this video is aimed at enabling the viewers in utilizing this information in improving the health. Further, this Comprehensive National Nutritional Survey is till date India's biggest micronutrient survey. That means it covers the vitamins and the minerals deficiencies, and it was conducted with a sample size of 1 lakh people. But for me, it is pretty less because it's not even 1% of the Indian population. Now this report, it talks about two things, malnutrition and deficiency. And before we talk about what deficiencies exist in different states, we should understand what malnutrition is. So malnutrition is a state of being devoid of complete nutrition or nutrients, which over a period of time can cause problems through affecting the normal function of the body. Now there are various types of malnutrition which you can see on your screen right now. And among these, you can also see obesity, which basically is defined using the BMI, which considers both weight and height of a person. Now, the first data that is presented in this survey is regarding the different types of malnutrition. And for the age group of children between 10 to 19, 26.4% of children, they are stunted, while 4% they are overweight. And if you consider these numbers for whole population of children in India, it becomes huge. And then if you look state-wise, then Delhi, Goa and Tamil Nadu, they have the highest percentage of children being overweight, while Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, they belong in the category where the children, they are more underweight. So through this data, we also see that malnutrition is not just related to the food we eat, but also the development, education and the quality of life available to these children. So as I said, the important thing to know through this report is the deficiency that exists in different states and how you can ensure that you don't have it. So therefore, let's now talk about the deficiencies. The first one shared in this report is anemia, which is marked by low hemoglobin content in your body, which then leads to weakness and bad immunity in the body. Now, anemia, it can be genetic, but it mainly happens through the deficiency of iron, B12 and folate. Now, according to this report, this deficiency is most seen in children of Tripura and West Bengal. But if you have a look at the graph here, you'll notice that none of the Indian states, they are marked in green, which means that all of them, they are poor performing and suffering from this deficiency. Now then, talking about the sources, then red meat is a great source in terms of the absorption as well. However, if you're a vegetarian, then flax seeds, chia seed, spinach and beetroot, they are good sources as well. And another interesting data that comes from this report is the comparison between girls and boys of the same age, in which we see that by the age of 19th, 50% of the girls, they are suffering from anemia. And this can be probably explained to the onset of puberty and the beginning of the menstruation cycles, due to which rapid blood loss happens, and therefore iron, B12 and folate, it becomes highly important for them. Secondly, let's talk about iron deficiency, which is highest in Punjab, where 45% of the children, they are iron deficient, while the best performing states, they are Mizoram, Assam, where this percentage, it drops to 10%. Now, iron deficiency is one of the most common deficiencies in the world, and it can affect the cognitive behavior and therefore should not be taken lightly at all. Now, to improve your iron absorption in the body, it should be consumed with vitamin C. Therefore, citrus fruits, capsicums along with your iron sources like spinach, beetroot, it can further improve the iron absorption in your body. And then next in line would be protein deficiency, which this report does not talk about because, as I said, it's for micronutrients, which protein is not. But based on another study, 73% of Indians, they are protein deficient, which can cause stunted growth, poor mental abilities, and can even cause a person to be underweight. And then here again, the non-vegetarians, they have it easy since the protein is available in ample amounts of non-vegetarian sources and is of good quality as well. And for vegetarians, they depend on dairy and lentils for their proteins. And if I talk about vegans, they don't have dairy as well. And that is where the protein supplements or the protein powders, they become highly essential. And I have already talked in length about them in my one of the previous video, the link to which you can find in the description as well as up here. So do check it out. Now moving on, we have zinc deficiency, for which the worst performing states, they are Gujarat, Manipur, Punjab, Meghalaya, with 50% of the children in the age group we are talking about being deficient in this one. While the best performing states are Nagaland, Mizoram, Haryana. Now the most common symptom of having a zinc deficiency is hair loss. And this deficiency is really surprising because zinc you can get from various sources like nuts, lentils, and especially wheat, which Indians, they are very big consumers of. So therefore, if you have a balanced diet, the chances of you having this deficiency is pretty less. And then next comes the vitamin A deficiency, which is the lowest in Rajasthan, Goa, Sikkim, while the worst performers are Mizoram and Jharkhand. And this is pretty similar to iron as the body absorbs it more when it comes to non-vegetarian sources like egg. But carrots and other colorful vegetables, they are also excellent source of vitamin A. So I guess a colorful diet is the key. This is followed by vitamin D deficiency, which is more in urban people than in rural people. And here, if I give you a snapshot of the condition in Europe, then people here have to take vitamin D supplements because in Europe, the period of sunlight over the year is pretty less. Then statewide, it is seen most in Punjab, Uttarakhand, Manipur. And if I talk about the dietary sources, then mushroom is the biggest source of vitamin D as it provides a precursor for this vitamin, and it is also a reason why the mushroom-based, plant-based alternatives, they are proliferating in Europe. And then since the absorption of this vitamin from dairy is pretty high, therefore I've even seen the packaged milk being sold with fortified vitamin D, and I guess this could also be done in these states which are deficient in vitamin D. Now in addition to the deficiency, this report also leads us through the various foods that are consumed in different states. Let's start with milk and curd, which is consumed most in Haryana, and Assam, Mizoram, Meghalaya, they are at the bottom of the list. Then pulses and beans, they're consumed most in Tamil Nadu and Odisha, while again Mizoram and Meghalaya, they are at the bottom of the list. And then the green leafy vegetables, seeing which every child makes faces, is consumed most in Maharashtra and Karnataka, while least in Kerala. And then Goa and Delhi, they are the states where fruits, they are consumed the most, while Bihar and Chhattisgarh, they are the least consumers of it. And then for roots and tubers, Punjab, Sikkim and Himachal Pradesh, they are at the bottom. And seeing Punjab there is kind of really surprising for me. And if I talk about other vegetables, then Punjab is again at the bottom. This is a revelation for me. So the thing to take away from this video is that if you are living in these states, then there's a possibility that you have the similar kind of deficiency. Hence, for you, it becomes necessary to have balanced diet and include other food groups by the virtue of which you will become immortal. No, I'm just kidding. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you are well and you're following the social distancing norms wherever you are. If you like this video, do not forget to click the like button and subscribe to my channel, and in comments let me know what topic I should consider for my next video. And since this is going to be my last video for this year, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you. So see you next year with another video.